we know my feelings about Charles. He is a championship capable driver.
Yeah.
It is just no. No. That team will not lead him there. That team will not lead him there.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Around the Circuit, Apollo Media's Formula One podcast. As always, I'm Junior, joined by Mark and Ivan, and today we have the lovely Myra joining us again today for this episode. We're still in the middle of summer break. Summer break. It's been a long summer break. We're only halfway through. We still have another week before we are in Zandvoort racing again. Sadly, none of us are really looking forward to our drivers and teams going back on the track. It's been the McLaren show all of 2025. So today we are going to do something a little different. We're going to recap the first half of the season, the first 14 races, and we're going to give our favorite awards to some of the categories that we came up with. Look, it's all opinionized. We probably hate our own teams and drivers more than
a lot
other people do right now. But hey, you know what? We're gonna get through it. We're gonna have some fun.
Are we gonna get through it?
We're gonna manage to get through it.
I make my feelings known about Farah every week.
It's okay.
A lot of therapy is gonna happen.
It's gonna be a big therapy session, and we're gonna give some silly awards, and we're gonna go about our day and get ready for Zandvoort in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
Where do we even start?
Do we already even start? I guess we can start with the easiest part is, like I said, 2025 has been the McLaren show. So when you look at the best performing teams, yeah, you could throw maybe Mercedes up there because they've surprised us. You could throw maybe even kick Sauber.
Oh, all right.
And, if you look at, considering where they were last year to where they are now.
I mean, I'd go with, most surprising team. Definitely kick Sauber.
Okay. So your best team, I think it's easy. It's easy, and it's unanimous among all of us.
Yeah.
McLaren. Best performing team has been McLaren.
I mean.
But you could argue
sick.
Mercedes has taken a leap forward. Granted, they're not second in team standings yet. The way Mercedes ended that first half. The Ferrari ended that first half.
I'm leaving here with something.
Wow.
It could be close. It could be a close fight. These last 10 races for second place in the team standings.
I hope not.
Looking at the standings, I was just looking at it, and I'll read it off to you. McLaren has 559 points in first place for the Constructors' Championship.
Good Lord.
Second place is 260 Ferrari. That is a 300-point gap.
Disgusting.
They're trying to be the first team to break 1,000. That's what I've heard.
It's got to be.
Yeah,
and
that's their goal from what I heard for the second half.
It's ridiculous.
Did the math, and if they continued their 1-2 streak, they could win the Constructors' Championship as early as Baku or something.
That is crazy.
That's next month.
Actually wild.
Yep. We could be crowning the Constructors' Championship in 3-4 weeks. It's nuts. Even Red Bull didn't win it that early in 2023.
Nope.
So you tip your hat to the engineers and everybody there at McLaren because they've built a hell of a rocket ship. Whatever it is they found in their balance and in their tires to help with the DEG.
The water.
The water.
Must be the water.
Whatever it is,
it's the water.
It's been McLaren. It's been McLaren. They're gonna.
Don't let Zach Brown find this podcast.
Right. Yeah, Zach Brown.
We'll be in a lot of trouble.
Zach Brown, I decently like you.
Look, man.
I'm just saying for the water comment. We're giving Zach Brown's
team kudos today, so he's got to love it. Are they the best drivers on the track? Probably not. But Lando and Oscar in that car have done everything in their power to take as many 1-2s as possible, to take as many points as possible. They're 1-2 in the championship standings. You couldn't really ask as Zach Brown. You couldn't ask for much more other than maybe don't crash into the back of your teammate.
I actually think Oscar is a good driver.
Yeah,
I said that before. I think he's.
Oscar is.
I'm also an avid Norris not liker, so. But I actually do think Oscar is a good driver. So even without this rocket ship of a car that he's got, I think he'd do well.
With other teams, yeah.
Yeah, but
So
It's fine. McLaren can have it.
our best team,
Gross.
best performing team, McLaren. We give that one to
Unanimous.
them.
Congratulations.
Hats off to you, Zach Brown, and your team so far. I mean, obviously, I don't see that changing.
This
as
is
the
the
season
best
ends,
trophy
but-
you're gonna get
Fine.
the entire. There's no trophy that's better than this one that you're getting this
Yeah.
entire
Right?
year.
The best of the
This
best.
is the best one.
The nicest one.
What constructor?
I mean, what else could it's
Yeah.
got a- it's got
You
a
got
sweet
one last
little-
year. This
Perfect.
one
It's-
is unique.
It's a film wheel, but it's a wheel.
It's a wheel.
We didn't get it like 2 seconds before we started this.
No, not at all. Never.
Not at all. We
It's
love you,
perfect.
McLaren.
Yeah.
All right, so best team. You know, we mentioned their drivers on the grid right now. Who's been the best driver on the so far this season?
I haven't taken it.
For me, the best driver of the season has been Oscar.
Oscar?
Oscar's been the most consistent. I mean, technically, if you don't count that Australia race where like a bunch of stuff went wrong for everybody, I mean, he'd be leading the championship by even more. Yeah, Oscar's been the most consistent. I mean, he's been the only driver to win 3 races in a row this year. So, I mean, that's something Lando hasn't been able to match up on. Close second, though. I know it's going to sound condescending, but I would put Charles up there considering how far back the Ferrari is, how he's been able to pick up the consistency over the past couple weeks. So I'd probably say Oscar, but Charles isn't too far behind. And then obviously George got to be in there somewhere.
Respect that. I'm gonna go Max, man. That beginning of the year when he was fighting with the McLarens, and even still, he's fighting. Because like I say it over and over, Max is Max.
Yeah,
He
Max has been.
He is one of, if not the
slogan.
greatest driver right now in this generation, and it's hard to argue with that. I definitely have like Oscar in second. I can put Charles in third. We know my feelings about Charles. He is a championship capable driver.
Yeah.
It is just no. No. That team will not lead him there. That team will not lead him there.
Nope, he's gonna be the Mike Trout of F1.
Man. Solid comparison.
Nah, I already know your answer.
I mean, I'm gonna be a homer. I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna say Max. I think what he's done in that car that Red Bull has given him this year, when you look at how Liam and Yuki performed in the second car, it's a no-brainer to me. He's in third place in the standings behind the McLaren boys in that rocket ship. He's done everything right outside of bumping into the side of George that one race
Yeah.
so far this season. So I think when you look at
That was
the
more than a bump,
performances-
but we'll go on.
Clock him.
when you look at
We had our debate when it happened.
I'm
The
just gonna
episode
sit back
after.
for this. Go ahead.
We had our debate. We had our debate. The episode after.
Hey, can we have another? I just want to hear like a mini debate for like 2 seconds. Go ahead, clock them.
I was just gonna say that was more than a bump. That was like a projectile missile launching at a target
they
right
both
there.
continued and
I
finished
am
the race.
simply here to stir the
Max got his
pot.
penalty. That's neither here nor there. But outside of that incident where the angry Max came out that we all know is capable of showing his face,
Fire in his eyes.
he's done nothing but perform.
Guys, we did this the
Shooting
episode
them.
after. We're doing an
That's
award
my
show.
man,
We have
I'm
to be
stand beside him,
professional.
right?
We have to be professional. We're presenting awards.
Would you see me with my fancy shirt on, man? Can't you tell I'm being professional right
I
now?
will say
No
second
opinion
place
stated here.
has
Jeez.
been, you can't neglect the championship leader right now, Oscar Piastri.
Yes.
And this might surprise all of you because I have been vocal about not being the biggest supporter of him, but I think George Russell is probably like top 3 best drivers of the season because he has. I mean, the Mercedes, especially the start of the season, looked strong. They looked fast. We talked about it a couple weeks ago where maybe that TD affected that team more than anybody really realized because they have taken a step back going into the break. But he's done just enough to either win a race or hit podium multiple times. Somebody crashed in front of him, he's there to collect. You got to do something right to sit in P4 and P5 and be ready to take the win or take the podium. So
He's won a race this year. So.
tip my hat to him. He's done enough to, in my opinion, sit third best driver so far this year, 2025. I think it's still Max just because, like you said, he's probably the best driver of this generation. One of the best drivers in F1 history, if you ask me. But he's still got years to prove, and add to his resume. regardless, I think seeing what he's done in that car behind the McLarens and the plate spoiler, he's shown the most. Oscar right there taking advantage of that strong car, and then George doing just enough to get the points, have Mercedes in a close third in the constructors, and I think he is sitting fourth in the driver standing. So
Yeah.
hey,
It's not too far. From
kudos to George.
Yeah.
Tip my hat to him.
Man. I like how you guys all look at me just very expectantly to see where I'm going with this. All right. Well, I think Oscar's done great. I think he's actually a very capable driver, right? Like in his own right. Because similar to what you're saying about like George being there to collect, Oscar is constantly and continuously has this whole season. And if we're looking at like the end of last season, right, has made all the right moves on the track.
Yeah.
He's always there. He's pushing. He's getting around people. He's waiting his time. He makes the right moves. And I think that the fact that he's not been doing this as long as other guys like Lando, Max, George, and he's still placing where he is phenomenal. That I think is very worthy of being, at the top of the leaderboard, consistently doing well. I continue to think McLaren tries to screw him over and give Lando places, which is very frustrating.
I think that point that you made is probably something a lot of people overlook. Is you got to realize he's only in year 3, 4,
3
or 4.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, it's year
I mean,
3.
he is still a very young driver.
Yeah.
And he's looking at possibly winning his first championship.
As he should.
Hey, man, he's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
To fight with the older veterans.
Yeah.
He's a veteran himself technically now, but
Yeah.
he's up there. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's very good. I also think that George has done really well this season because yes, Mercedes has had a good car, but again, I feel like I see this every single time after a race. There's like this meme and it says, like nothing is happening, George Russell P3.
Yeah.
Something is happening, George Russell P3. And it's so true because I don't know where the hell he comes from in these races.
He sits there and he waits and then he collects when he can.
He's like P13 and then the next thing you know, he's P3. He's P7 and then he's P3 or whatever. And it's just like, where the hell did you come from? Versus last year, he was so loud all the time. I feel like you could hear him on races. He was always crashing out. There was something. Whatever it is that this year he's kind of backed off a little and being super, super vocal, which I think we talked about this in the episode I was on last time. Like, I think those crash outs are coming.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to start to hear a lot more.
Especially how the car has kind of declined going into the break. If it doesn't show any improvement coming out of the break, we could see him coming. I think part of him, like you said, where he's kind of not been as vocal and like crashing on much. Part of it is he's taking that leadership spot at Mercedes.
100%.
Kimi is his teammate now, so he has to be in that role.
Yeah.
Where before it was Lewis Hamilton.
Yes.
You don't
Agreed.
have to do anything.
You don't got to do that with him.
So I think him being in that role has actually helped him a little bit.
I agree.
So we had 2 first places for Max, 2 first places
I was
for
say it's a tie.
Oscar. Even then, like those of us that said Max was first, it was Oscar second.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we could say Oscar takes it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oscar takes best driver of the season so far with Max in a very, very close second.
This is just.
If you disagree, feel free to let us know in the comments with any of these awards.
This is
Best driver can be argued with across a good 4 or 5 drivers that we've mentioned. But I think Oscar right now takes it. If in the second half Max even manages 2 more wins, driver of the year in my opinion, even though Oscar's probably winning the championship. But for now, we'll give it to Oscar mid-season.
Not if McLaren could do anything about it.
So we mentioned the best driver. Let's go to the other end. Who has been the worst driver of 2025 going into the break?
Oh, I have it.
Why don't you start, Mark?
If you have it, you go ahead and start.
Franco Colapinto. My God.
Let's hear it.
Let's get the golf claps in the room for the gentleman.
My guy Ivan has been struggling. Franco Colapinto comes in. He's supposed to be the smallest bit of hope for Alpine, and he's respectfully stinks it up.
Dog water.
Dang, that was so nicely put.
Yeah, he still has no points this season.
What is this? This is like the barrier. Like that's his car. Just
Yeah, just
Right?
you know,
Shove it
he
right
had
in
those few
there.
races with Williams, and we're like, oh man, he could be maybe. No, he's not. Like, he has not been good. And replacing Jack Doohan after what? How many races?
4,
just
5?
a few.
Yeah, 5
I
races, I
think
want to
after
say.
5.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
5 or 6.
Alpine's already in a tough position, and then Franco Colapinto coming in and just not doing well. I think he more likely than not deserves the award.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you because we saw how popular Franco Colapinto got amongst fans when he first came into the sport last year and was driving for Williams.
Yeah.
And for those first few races he was in the sport, I mean, he was doing good. He was in the points. He was driving his ass off. The last couple of races, you know, granted Brazil last year was a rough one, but he was one of those that spun out, you know, took the hard crash. The season didn't really end well for him, and that's why he really didn't have a seat coming in to the season. But Alpine made that swap. They put him in the seat after 5-6 races, like we said, to replace Doohan. And now we're in the summer break, and they were looking at replacing him again. I think they said I did see that he's going to finish the season in that seat, but I think it's safe to say that based on his performance this season, Colapinto is probably not back in the sport for 2026.
No.
If he is, maybe as a reserve driver somewhere, but that would be a stretch for me.
Yeah.
He just has not performed well at all. I think in all the races he's raced with Pierre, he finally outqualified him once
Yeah.
Yeah, I
in
think
the
that was like
head-to-head.
recent.
This
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
latest
Only
race.
once.
Recent, yeah.
I mean, you can't even compete with your teammate. Alpine, the car is terrible. But Pierre's managing to do stuff.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
true.
you know you got Pierre getting into Q3s here and there, and then you got Franco out in Q1 every qualifying session, and not even being able to fight to get into the points. It's there, you know. It's an easy award for me to give
Well,
because
we did like second and third for best, so my second and third will definitely be Lance Stroll and Lance Stroll.
Solid.
I think Lance Stroll he has surprised me.
I will say he has a decent bit of skills. Like when the rain comes,
Yeah,
he's
no, he
really
has
good.
surprised me in a few races this year. Overall, I think amongst F1 fans across the board, it's fair to say that he's not a fan favorite. He does have fans,
Nope.
but he's not a fan favorite, and he doesn't necessarily perform at the highest level consistently. Not anymore. Maybe in his first, younger years when he first came into the sport, but nowadays, I mean, he'll surprise you here and there, and then that's it.
He's living off that youngest podium
Yeah.
for like a decade almost now at this point, brother.
He's gonna live off that for the rest of his career.
Yes, pretty much
Yes.
so.
that one pole he got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna take him through the remainder of his F1 career.
And I guess they'll point the camera at him every time it's a rain race. He's apparently that's the one. What's the one weather condition he can drive great in is wet rain, is wet conditions.
And even then, he still has his moments.
Yes, even then.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go next. I'll agree with Mark. Like Franco, hands down, has got to take it. Like he has one of the largest gaps to his teammates, and I mean, he's had almost 2 or 3 more races than Doohan had. Still hasn't been able to finish in a better position than Doohan did. So, I mean, Pierre, we'll talk about him later. For me, he's been like one of the best drivers of the season just for what he's been able to do in this tractor of a car that he's been having to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for me, Colapinto has been such a disappointment. I don't know if it's like, I can't tell if it's the Alpine car is that bad or if the Williams car was just like more set up to him, because that's the one part I can't get. I mean, I know we saw him crashing at the end of last season a little bit more than what we thought he would, but at the same time, like, he still has the talent. I thought it would maybe be like a Liam Lawson situation where he just has to get used to the car and then he'll be better. And I know he just out qualified Pierre for the first time, but still, I don't know how he makes it to next year. Apparently, there's still a chance that he saves his seat, which must mean somewhere that Argentina money has to be so good for him to even be considered right now for next year's seat. So we'll have to see. But yeah, hands down, he takes it. For me, also, I would hate to put a rookie in there, but like at least for me, compared to what he did last year, I would put second And third, probably tied for me with a little bit of disappointment between Carlos and what's his name? I got his name. Behrman. Oliver Behrman is honestly be a little bit
He's
disappointed.
mine.
Well,
Why would you do that?
That's my choice.
Just because I don't. For me, I expected a little bit more, especially driving the Ferrari, getting points in his fill-in role last year when Carlos was out with surgery. I expected a little bit more from him, and to be that far behind. I mean, he has the second biggest gap behind Colapinto when it comes to his teammates.
Agreed.
I mean, to me, that's something where it's like, I know you're a rookie, but still, you've got experience. You've been a reserve driver for a year, so. Those are the only other two drivers. Carlos, I'll give him the first year at a new team. That's the same thing. I give him Behrman a little bit, but I don't know. Those two drivers, I feel like I expected a lot more this year.
That's fair.
I actually had Ollie Behrman as my worst.
Worst driver?
Worst?
Mainly because
He's my rookie
of
goat,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, I love Ollie, man.
I think when
Man.
it comes to Ollie, Mark loves him personally more.
Dude.
Okay,
than
I love
you.
him personally too.
yes.
On a personal level,
Dude, he went like
I love
P20, P10. Are
Ollie.
we forgetting these performances he had at the beginning of the year?
No, I love Ollie. I think he's
Yes.
great. I actually do.
Yeah.
I think the thing that is so frustrating with him is that, like Mark was pointing out, is that he has a year of like the reserve, and he did come out just so good in the Ferrari last year when he had to just immediately hop in and take over, right? Like he's performed and we've seen him perform. So then to come out this year and just everything that could go wrong continues to go
Yeah.
wrong, and he just has it just kind of looks like he forgot how to drive, and it's so shocking because
Yeah.
how did you go from doing okay and driving and being able to like make the car work to suddenly you're in a barrier, you can't move, the car's a tractor, this issue happened, that issue happened, everything's a problem. How does that happen?
Yeah.
And so I think that is so surprising to me that I'm not loving Franco at all. I'm like, okay, put him aside for a second. I think Ollie to me has been the most like surprising disappointment. And so that's where I kind of put him at like,
I
You're
understand
the
that, but in like
worst.
terms of like the worst, it's definitely Franco for me. But yeah, disappointing
Yeah.
in that term, like yeah, I would go
Yeah.
with Ollie.
Yeah, when you look at the standings, Esteban Ocon is sitting in P10 with
Yeah.
27 points.
Behrman's,
Ollie is in 19th,
Yeah.
just
At
ahead
eight.
of the Alpine
Yeah.
rookies. So
I actually
it's a
pulled
fair-
it up
it's
to.
a fair- it's a
It
fair
is.
argument.
I actually
think-
pulled up the standings to like look and make sure before I like said anything, because I was like, I know that there's a huge gap here, and
Yep.
that's what I wanted
Yeah.
to see is like Ocon's up at 10 and has 27 points, and Behrman's at 19 with 8.
Yeah.
And to me, like, no, he was better. So to me,
That's
he
fair.
feels
So
like
though
the
the
worst.
argument for
Yeah.
Ollie is
Feels like the
strong,
worst.
It's
Yes.
I think the award goes to Franco
definitely
Colapinto.
goes to
Yes.
Franco.
My brother,
Franco
hopefully
likes
you
the
can turn it around
barrier.
in the second half
Yeah,
and
man.
get some points and do something in that Alpine. I know it's not a great car, but for now, around
Good job,
the circuits,
Franco.
worst driver of the season so far is Franco Colapinto.
Congratulations.
Now, on a
Franco.
similar note,
Now get better.
I just brought up a great award.
We hope you will.
Get better. Don't be sorry. Be better.
Do
Right?
better.
Exactly.
The Donkey of the Year award. I just brought up this one. And
Donkey.
this one is similar to worst driver, but it's not necessarily have to be a driver. It could be anyone across the sport, whether it be team principals, drivers, strategists.
How much time does
engineers,
everybody have for this?
Engineers.
But I think me and Myra are gonna have to like take up 10 minutes of this podcast. Right?
I
Because
think Myra, I know where Myra and Mark are going with this.
We might
I'll
as
start
well
it
just
off.
be here like after the podcast finishes. This whole thing is over. We don't even have time anymore. There's like nothing left.
So
We're
we'll
still
keep
going to
it
be here
brief,
with our
even
our
though I know where
list.
you're fixing to go with this. I'll start it off. My donkey of the year for the first, especially for the first half of the year, Christian Horner. The team looked terrible. I don't know. I know that our episode where I started it off calling him a fool, telling him that the team
You
looked
look
like a fool. You look like a fool, and now
You
like
look
she got
like a
fired on the day
fool.
off.
yeah,
There's, I mean, the stats, the resume. I mean, everything going back to the decline of the Red Bull team last year, where
Yeah.
Max still managed to win the championship, but they lost the constructors. The car looked terrible. They started off this year. The car looked even worse. There's the scandal from last year. I mean, you start off this year where you're still leading the team. You got your second chance for whatever reason. We talked about this on the episode. We talked about when he got fired. You come in and you just deliver a shit car to your drivers. You make us driver swap 2 races into the season. Look, man, there's a reason he got fired. There's a reason he's my donkey of the year.
Wait, did you also see that he was like stockpiling pieces for Max?
I mean,
That's
it's
crazy.
there. It's there. Everything's there. We've seen it.
Absolutely nuts.
I can't escape it. It's my team. As my man, I'm gonna stand beside him. You know.
Not Christian though.
Not Christian. Red Bull.
Donkey.
More for Max. If Max ever leaves, I'm jumping ship with him. But hey,
yes.
that's my donkey of the year, Christian Horner. Sorry, buddy.
Ew, don't say sorry.
Go enjoy your Spice Girl wife and family, and maybe we'll see you back in the sport if somebody decides to pull that
Or
trigger.
maybe we'll see your leaked text messages
won't.
again. Who knows?
Yeah.
I never want to see text messages from that man again.
Literally
Please
ever.
don't. Please don't.
Just disappear and stay
Ivan, you wanna go
disappeared.
out?
I mean, you go ahead and give your
All
donkey
right.
of the year before we get into these.
All right, I'll go with mine next because it's going to be the same as Junior over here. It is Christian Horner for me. Same thing, like he said. How you turn a team that won all but one race in 2 years ago only into a team that's 4th on the grid now is beyond me. That takes real talent, buddy. To make a team as toxic as you've made a team as toxic as it is, that takes real talent too. And then there was something that I learned that, I was already not in the Christian Horner fan base, but then I heard a rumor from the race this week that, man, it really, really irked me this week. So apparently now we're under an engine freeze in F1. The reason we're under an engine freeze was supposedly because Red Bull was falling behind and they didn't want to fall too far behind on the engine development for 2026. However, the rumor around the paddock is the real reason they put an engine freeze is because to do one last FU to Alpine so they couldn't catch up in this year's regulations, so they could not have any chance to improve their engine because they're still mad about the past couple years of the Renault engines when right before they lost Ricciardo to Renault. So it's to get one last FU back to Renault, now Alpine, they were like, let's freeze these engine regulations while one team is about 20 horsepower down so they can't catch up. Christian Horner, I hate you with all my passion and my soul. You have made my F1 life even worse than it had to be, and now my team is stuck where it's at. They can't catch up. He screwed the team so much that he's cost other people's jobs because that's the reason Alpine fired the whole engine development program now. So he single-handedly cost his homies jobs at Red Bull, his homies jobs at Alpine. He screwed my team where we can't catch up for dang near 2 years now. We've had to switch to Mercedes engines. He has ruined my team's life. And you know what? You succeeded in your mission. You made 2 teams toxic at one time. You are definitely my burro of the season. Gracias. I am done with him. And I am done with him.
Christian Horner, you are a wreck.
I'm done. I'm done with him, dude. Just when I thought he couldn't hurt me more, he hurt me and my team. Pierre is going through so much suffering because of this man again. Did he not do enough to him when he was at RB?
So
Look,
we'll get into
so
Mark
good.
and Myra's.
I'm supposed to follow that?
We already know where they're gonna
I
go.
can't follow that. That was the best.
It's right here.
Man,
Can I rip this
good
down?
God.
let's
That
not.
does
We
not
put
need to
hard
be in
work
the
into
middle.
those.
Man,
But
I feel like it needs to get changed
Mark?
around again.
go ahead. Donkey of the year for you.
Adami! If I could choose the entire of the Ferrari staff, I would. But I'm going to go specifically with Adami. I've said all I need to say about Adami before, but I'm going to say it again. It's so bad because you come into this year, Lewis coming into Ferrari, everything's new. Everything he had Bono, they were great together. Now he has a new guy, new Adami. We'll see where we go. It's a new process. We're going throughout the year, the first half of the season, and it doesn't get better. It doesn't get, the communication is terrible. I mean, Lewis might as well be making up his own strategy at this point because his strategy is
What strategy? They don't even talk to him.
They don't even talk
They
to
don't
him.
understand English. They don't understand Italian. They don't understand Spanish. They don't understand a language.
Hey,
they
Charles,
don't
we're gonna have
understand
Lewis
anything.
switch positions, but instead of telling him, we're gonna tell you first.
Because they're idiots.
So yeah, Adami.
For those of you that don't know, Adami is Lewis Hamilton's personal engineer on the track. Myra, do you want to continue Mark's?
Adami should disappear. I will help him disappear
I'll
from
pack
the
his
Ferrari
bags.
team.
Alpine can make people disappear, so we can help you in that situation.
Perfect.
We
we
have
could
experience
team
there.
up Alpine can help us disappear Adami into La La Land somewhere, because Adami is an absolute donkey who's gotta go. I said it the last time I was here, and all of you have seen my crash outs over Adami on multiple occasions, and I'm sure have heard them as well. That man has no idea what is happening on the track at any time. I don't think he knows what's happening in his own brain at any time. My God.
I think it's safe to
Good
say
Lord.
that.
I'm sorry, are you speaking in English?
When you take Adami,
I don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
when you look at what he's done, and you take a
that's
7-time
Adami.
world champion, and I said this last episode when we talked about it. When you take a 7-time world champion was one of the most confident guys on the grid at one point, coming out of a race going, yeah, they just need to find a new driver. I'm fucking useless. Look, man, there's definitely
I'm
more
gonna
than
jump
a little,
off a bridge.
There's definitely more than a little miscommunication there. So, Donkey of the Year is going to be a split award. We're going to give this to
Well,
both
I was
of
gonna
them.
say second in my list is Christian Horner.
Oh, 1,000%.
So, Christian Horner, Adami, y'all can share this award.
You know-
Y'all
can share
should
it.
go find some island very far away from people, and the
And
two of you
just
can go
enjoy
move
yourselves.
there and live there for the rest of your lives with whatever like millionaire, gazillionaire money you have. Miscommunicate with one another and just go away and leave the
Leave the sport.
F1
leave the
fandom and the drivers in peace, because my God, we have been through enough.
Whatever island
Duty,
Oliver
y'all.
Oaks is hiding at from the feds, go meet them
Yes,
over there.
please.
Go meet them over
Just
there.
leave
Whatever
us
island he's at right now.
alone.
All right,
God.
so
Pain.
we really don't got to get
Pain.
into this one, but we'll mention it. Worst team of the season so far. I think we kind of covered it already.
Who would that be?
Who would that be?
Who would that be, Arjun?
I think we all know who the worst
be.
team has been this year. It's hands down been Alpine, who seems to have no plan for the second driver, no plan for next year. Only in Gasly we trust. That's about the only thing we can do. Yeah, this team has no direction. They need to figure out what the heck they're going to do, because I mean, I am excited about Mercedes engines. I'm happy the Renault engine is gone. I'm going to miss it. But as I told y'all earlier, there's reasons that we've been sabotaged. We can never get that engine right in the first place. Alpine has so much work to do. It's like, where do you even begin? I don't even know if a second driver can help this team that much. And then also, because I found out this stat while trying to do a little bit of coping for my team this year, Alpine will actually break a record this year. For the second consecutive year, they will be the highest scoring last place team in F1 history. They broke that record last year.
Solid.
Or that record was broken last year by, I think, Haas, who finished last. And now whoever finishes last this year is going to have the most points of any last place team in Formula One history, which does say, you know, how close the grid is. A lot of the teams are scoring at least. But
Yeah.
when you're scoring that many points and still in dead last, like I said, last year it took a miracle in Brazil for them to get to where they got to.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to do it again this year. They're going to have to do something in Zandvoort or Brazil, because those are the two tracks they do best at the end of the season, or it's last place and you break another record again. I really don't know what else to say about this team. They've tested my patience so damn much this year. Like, I'm like, all right, pink and blue, that's a good team to cheer for. Now we got some lively colors, and they bring me nothing but misery every weekend.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's safe to say Alpine, they're sitting last in the championship standings for constructors. Pierre sitting P14 with all 20 of the team's points. Their second driver, and we mentioned Colapinto and Duhan and the mess behind that. To me, it's a simple vote. Alpine, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I could argue maybe Ferrari or Red Bull are a close second and third because of the underperforming that they've done.
Yeah.
But
Alpine is the
Alpine
OT.
takes
Yeah.
the cake, especially when you see where they finished last year compared to this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Alpine's the OTT, one true tractor. That's what they are on the course. They are the one true tractor of the dang whole Formula One circuit. Like they are truly a tractor amongst tractors. Like they are back there. Pierre also, I honestly thought about putting him for my driver of the year for that reason. How you get that car in Q3 multiple times this season, I don't know how other teams are at least not asking. So you got any availability in like 2026, 2027?
Yeah.
Because to me, like that's one of the best drivers of the year if you can get that car in the Q3 multiple times.
Yeah, that's true. Mark,
What?
He said what?
worst team?
We're still coming out of our crash out from
Man,
Adami.
as much as I want to say Ferrari, it's got to be Alpine.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of disappointment, it's Ferrari. But in terms of like just being like pure terrible, it is Alpine. I mean, Ivan said it all, man. He's the Alpine guy.
It takes skill and talent to be that bad, bro. It takes skill and talent.
Renault days.
Yeah.
Bring back Danny Rick.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Right.
Give us Danny Rick.
Just bring back the yellow and black. It can't be any worse than this pink. Ever since we switched to Alpine, it's been a horrible time. Just bring Renault back, man. That's all I'm asking for.
I mean, I got nothing to add. I'm not wrong.
That's why when you looked at me, I was
Nothing.
like, what do you want me to add to that?
What do you want me to say?
Flavio, come pick up your award. Alpine is the worst driver so far in 2025.
We did it, Flavio.
worst.
One award. We won an award.
Congratulations.
A lot of negatives. We've covered all the negatives. Let's get a little more
Have
positive
we?
note.
I feel like
I mean,
we
there
could
are more that
keep
we can crash out
going.
about and vent about, but let's get a little into the better awards, the more positive
In
awards.
case y'all can't tell, it's been a hell of a first half of this
It's
season.
been a season.
It's been a
Like,
Formula One
good
season.
God.
Rookie of the year so far. Now this could go one of three ways, I think,
Yeah.
in my opinion,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
really want to go about it. But for me, I know who my rookie of the year is.
Yeah.
So do I.
Isaac Hadjar.
Same.
Yeah.
Racing Bulls, he's done nothing but perform. He was outperforming Yuki. He was outperforming Liam. The kid's just been driving outside of Australia, race 1, where he crashed out
Sweet
on the
baby.
track, crashed out off the track. You know, Lewis Hamilton's dad went and comforted him. Whatever he told him at that moment,
Hey.
flipped
Okay,
that switch,
but can we-
and Isaac was back.
Can we also take a second to recognize like how well he did not fully crash out, being that was his first race,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
didn't even like have a complete like he cried, obviously. Can you imagine being in that situation?
Oh, yeah,
and
I
then
couldn't.
not even having like a complete meltdown? We've literally seen veteran drivers behave so much worse and misbehave in the worst ways. And here comes this brand new rookie driver who has just this terrible situation. And he gets off, he's crying, he's upset, whatever. And he just walks it off.
Yeah.
And is just like, yep,
Yeah, and then
okay.
we talked about it.
Also,
that
shout out
episode.
Lewis's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony
Yeah.
Hamilton, you
Yeah.
are a
Shout out
king.
Anthony Hamilton for sure.
A king.
Absolutely. Yeah, we talked
Truly.
about it after that race.
Yeah.
You couldn't imagine being in his position.
No.
But whatever was said there, whatever moment he went through, walking back to the hospitality after that, it flipped the switch in my opinion because he's done nothing but perform. Especially when you look at the car he's in.
Yeah.
It's easy to say maybe make the case for Kimi. When you look at he's in a Mercedes and he's gone through a rough patch where he's struggled with his confidence. He even admitted it, He himself, when you look at the talk about rookies crying, he himself has been crying after qualifying sessions because he's just frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of pressure to be thrown into a top 4 team like Kimi has, especially at 17, 18 years old. So I couldn't imagine. He has performed up to par, I think, for a rookie in that car.
He's got on the podium this year.
Yeah.
He's got his podium, his rookie year. But I think overall, when you look at it, he's a close second in my opinion. But overall, I think Isaac Hadjar is the rookie of the year for me.
I mean, yeah, there's no argument for me. He hasn't been knocked out of Q1 this year yet, so there's
My guy
argument.
drives.
I mean, I would put Kimmy, but man, you say it all, man. You look at what he's driving, and Isaac's just been balling this year, man. And there's really no competition there for rookie of the year so far.
For me, that's where I'm gonna differ a little bit. I'm still gonna have Isaac as my number 1. I think Gabby has slowly taken over number 2.
Yeah, that was my third.
yeah,
that's why I said
Gabby-
one of 3 ways, depending on who you are.
And then for 3, it's hard to admit this for me because I really wasn't rooting for the guy, but I'm still gonna count him as a rookie though because there's maybe a little bit of cheating. I gotta give shout out to Liam Lawson. He's only 2 points behind now Hadjar, considering losing your seat at your dream job pretty much, and then being able to rebound and be able to show some results the past couple weeks. To
Yeah.
me, he's been like the 3rd best rookie on the grid. I know he
Yeah.
did like 6 races last year, but it's his first full year, so he's still considered a rookie. For me, I don't know. I could be an outlier. I mean, I know he got the podium. I've expected more since that podium from Kimi, and he's kind of gone just
He went
like
the other way.
off the grid.
Yeah.
he
No,
is.
absolutely.
I don't know if he needed this break. I don't know if it's like you said. He does have the most pressure out of any of the
He did run into
drivers.
some bad luck with the
Oh,
engines
yeah.
and stuff like that. So that's why I don't hold it completely against him, and I won't take him out of the top 3 in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think Gabby's up there. And I will give like honorable mention to Liam. We mentioned it a couple weeks ago on the episode. Liam has whatever he's done his last few weeks and kind of turned it around, like going into the break. You know, we were hard on him at the beginning of the season. We talked about how he could possibly not even have a seat. He's turned it around and now he's looking like his seat's pretty much secured for 2026 there with the Racing Bulls at least. He's done it. He's done a good job of turning it around. So I could see your argument 100% right there.
I mean, they're both within 4 points of Lance Stroll, which that is my barometer of are you improving or are you bad? Are you better than Lance Stroll? Yes, you are improving then. If you are not better than Lance Stroll, no, I'm sorry, son. We have to have a talk. So that's my barometer
fair.
normally for
that
F1.
ain't bad.
Well, and maybe Liam needed, somebody like Isaac to be up, with him.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
there could be I think we talked about this before, is like, who are you racing with? Like, who's your partner? Who's your 1 and 2 driver?
Yes.
So maybe that was also helpful for him to have somebody who is performing and doing well. And I think Isaac has a cool demeanor and is even tempered and fun and easygoing, and then that helps. But he's performing and he's doing well and he races well, and that is very helpful to have in a driver who's your teammate, right? Mm-hmm. But Isaac is also my pick and also he's a Lewis Hamilton fan.
Huge
He's
Lewis Hamilton fan.
obsessed with Lewis Hamilton. So
Isaac, come collect your mid-season award
Right.
for Rookie of the Year. You're probably going to
Love
win
that
it
kid.
at the end of the season because, hey man, you've been killing it.
Since his accident in like the very first race, I don't think I have gone a week without seeing a picture of him and Lewis together at something.
they are so cute.
Yeah,
They're
it's
so
been
funny.
hilarious
It's so
to
funny.
me.
Me and her have talked
They're
about
so
this. When you look
silly.
at Lewis and Max with the way the rookies just kind of like follow them,
They're such
Yes.
F1 dads.
it's
They're
so funny.
It's like
Dude,
the little.
if I was a rookie, I'd immediately be going to them too. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, guys?
They're just like little ducklings, all these little rookies, and they just follow them around. So cute.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's one that's a little bit different. The best drive of the season.
I got mine.
You got yours?
Yeah.
I got mine.
Yeah, I already know what yours is, but I'm gonna not do tricks on it, man, because like I've been complimenting Max a little too much. I'm going Nico Hulkenberg at Silverstone getting
Okay.
his podium.
Okay.
As a Lewis fan, him being right behind him, and I was like, the first time I'm like, I don't care. Like Nico Hulkenberg's getting his first podium in a kick Sauber.
Yeah.
And I love this. So for me, that is driver of the year. That was such a special moment at Silverstone, especially for Nico Hulkenberg, collecting his Lego third place trophy. It was amazing to see. It was amazing to watch.
Okay.
Nothing can beat that.
Okay, I got you.
I guess I'll go next. Just because he needs some positivity in his life right now, and technically he's the only one out of the two that's won, even though he's been beating podiums. I would say Lewis winning in China in the sprint race. To be able to do that, and considering the fact where we know Ferrari is not exactly on par with the McLarens, for him to be able to do that and get a win, even though I know it's not an official win, but still, that says a lot. And then my runner-up is every time Pierre Gasly got the car into Q3. That would be my runner-up for best drive of the season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those would be my two nominees for me because, one takes a miracle work with Gasly. The other one also takes a miracle work to get Ferrari to win a race this year. So I would have Lewis on there. I mean, if we're going with like best performance, though, I would have to agree with Mark. But I got to give Lewis some love because I feel like that sprint win keeps getting swept underneath the rug. And I'm like, it happened.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
dude, it happened.
Yeah, it happened.
Like, it still
Hell
happened.
yes.
I mean, if we're doing qualifying too, man, put Charles's pole in this fast race, man.
Hey,
There you
Forget
go.
the race. Like, I'm focusing on that pole, man. Forget your fastest car.
Once again, Ferrari strategy.
If you want to go,
Junior
polls,
was there to witness that live.
Good
My
God.
reaction.
We were there
No one
watching that
should
one.
witness anything I say during that time period.
I know you're gonna hate me for it because I'm gonna be a little bit of a homer. I'm gonna be super
What's
biased
new?
with this one. I have been fair today. I think I've been fair with some of these.
I'm not gonna judge this. I know what you're gonna
It's
choose.
fine. It's
But
fair.
for me, it's Max and Imola. That move that he made on Oscar, going into that chicane, lap one, and just blowing them out of the water for that race. That for me, that was my favorite Max drive of the season. He won in Japan too, and with the liveries and all that, that was probably one of my favorites too. But I think when you look at like the performance and what it took and the move he made to get into P1, for me, it's that. Now, close second, very close second, is Nico getting his first podium. I think every single F1 fan was rooting for him at that moment.
Yeah.
Every F1 fan was happy. There might have been a few that weren't because, I mean, there's always a hater or two, but you can't really deny how awesome of a moment that was, especially when you look at how long he's been in the sport, how much, it took, and then he's going to kick Sauber. Like, nobody expects to kick Sauber on the podium.
It's true.
So, for me, number one was Max and Imola, but close second would be Nico.
Yeah, I think that overtake is like overtake of the year.
Yeah,
still
absolutely.
so far.
It has to
be.
It was solid. The Lego drive was my favorite drive
You know what?
of this entire season so far.
No, there's
The
no
Lego
argument
race.
there.
That's it. That
Man,
Lego
I
race
I don't
was
think I've
it.
seen the drivers smile as
I
much
was
as
going to
they-
say, it was the happiest I've seen Charles and Lewis on track, I feel like, this entire season so far. So that is my favorite drive of the season so far. But I would agree with China and Lewis. Like, that's my guy. So 100% watching him get P1 on that was incredibly special. And this being his first year in that car, it not at all being his car in any way whatsoever. And we have all at this point now seen our crash out over Adami multiple times. Just how bad Ferrari has been with all his strategy and stuff. Him being able to put the car where he did was incredible. And Nico getting the podium was amazing. So I think across the board,
Nico.
those top three, but Nico.
Yeah.
Hülkenberg! Nico, best drive of 2025
Second
so
trophy
far.
of the year.
Yep.
They gotta get Danny Rick back to present him
Yeah,
with
right,
a
exactly.
trophy.
That would be awesome.
Like, he's got to come back and do that.
Just
I do it at
to,
Vegas.
just to put it on there too, I didn't even realize this is where he finished at in that race. But the Hulkenberg podium race, that's when Gasly had his best finish of the season too at
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
At 6. I was like 6.
Silverstone was one of those
What the
races this year that kind of reminded me of like Brazil of 2024. It was
Yes.
just pure chaos.
Just completely chaotic.
People finishing where you would never expect. I mean, Max won Brazil 2024, but the podium was a double podium from Alpine that year.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it was like one of those. There's always one of those races each season, and I think Silverstone so far was that race. All right. Before we get into our updated championship predictions, we're probably going to be super easy. What is the biggest surprise that y'all of 2025 so far, and what's the biggest surprise y'all expect going into the second half?
Horner getting fired on his off day. Not even mid-season. Like, they were not even in the break yet.
Yeah.
Honestly, the fact that they did that just on a random Friday morning, like, hey,
Right.
he's gone.
I think I
the
saw
end.
something that
It's
said
like,
the
what
mid-season
hell?
dropper became the mid-season droppee.
Yeah.
True.
So, I mean,
I think that was surprising. Like, not that he was going to get let go or that he was going to get fired
Yeah.
or any of that. I think that was impending at some point. And I think a lot of people felt like it was going to happen because it was either Max is going to leave, something's going to happen with Horner, something big is coming at Red Bull.
Yeah.
But to let him just, you're going to go on a Friday morning and boom, that's it. And then nothing else was. Has Marco even said anything since then?
no. I think I
Right,
saw
like-
somebody posted on Twitter like the official release termination documents.
That's crazy. I haven't seen
And
that yet.
that was the last thing I saw. I mean, it might not have been real, but I can't remember who it was I saw posted. That was the last I heard of it. So,
I think that's wild.
what about going into the second half? What's the big surprise you might expect? Or
This is very hopeful of me, but I am very hopeful that Ferrari is going to do something similar with the fact
firing
that.
squad over here with Myra.
But here's the thing: you have Fred, who's been making comments about how engineers and strategists aren't listening, and Lewis has like very demanding expectations.
Yeah.
Lewis has been talking very openly about these demanding expectations. They have said that during testing, he basically gave pages and pages worth of notes. And guy's my GOAT. I love him. I am so tired of him doing this whole like, it's me, I'm the problem. enough. Like, we got Taylor Swift who sings that song, but we don't need him to sing this any longer, right? Like, at some point, he needs to come out with the same fire and be like, enough. I signed here. I'm really good at what I do. Y'all need to listen because you guys have not done anything that you guys have been trying to do for so long. So you would hope that John Elkin and Fred Vassar are going to actually back him up in this second half and be like, all right,
let's
do something.
No, that's fair. I think for me, the biggest surprise has been Kick Sauber as a team as a whole. Nico, even Gabby, a rookie going into that team. I didn't expect much. He's performed enough to impress us and impress a lot of people in the sport. Nico, I mean, he's a good driver. I think he's just never been in a car to. I think people wasn't it like maybe an episode of Drive to Survive or something. There was somewhere once where I think Will Buxton called him like the championship driver that's never been given a championship car.
Yeah.
Seeing what he did, with the podium and just how consistently he's gotten into points in a Kick Sauber, I think for me has been the biggest surprise. That team I did not expect to come and kind of, make the jumps that it has. They brought in more people. I mean, Jonathan Wheatley leads the team now. They brought in the mad scientist, Binotto.
Yep.
They're getting ready to be Audi next year. So it looks like they're doing everything in their power this year with what they have to make that jump and be ready to be Audi next year and hopefully, make even bigger surprise. So I think on a positive note, that's been the biggest surprise of 2025 for me going into the second half. And this is more hope than a prediction.
I feel like there's a lot of hopium going on around here.
We're trying.
I think the second half, Yuki will surprise everyone. I think he's finally getting the support from Mekis to get the car, a better car.
Yeah.
Where, as Horner would stash away parts for Max, which at the end of the day, you can't blame him 100% for. But at the same time, you can't fire your second driver and then they're not even getting the same car.
I know you did not just say you can't blame him 100% for that.
You can blame him a lot, but it's look like
98.9.
At a certain point, you got to back up your championship driver, but like I said, you can't go firing your second driver when you're stashing parts and not giving them the same thing.
Yeah.
I think he's got the support. He's got Mekis has his back. He's worked with Mekis at Racing Bulls. Laurent's going to do what he can to give him a better car, and I think the second half. After the break, he kind of resets. He gets the better car. He gets the support. He's worked well with Laurent. He performs a lot better in the second half. Yeah. That's my prediction / hope for surprise going to the second half.
It would be nice to see him do good.
I mean, Ferrari, but I mean, that's every year. So, disappointment. Speaking of Yuki. I mean, in the first half, beginning of the year, I mean, first episode, we talked about how we thought Yuki deserved that Red Bull seat instead of Liam. Mm-hmm. And then when he finally gets it, he has a couple bad starts, but we're like, just give him a few starts, get him used to the car. But unfortunately, obviously, it's not all on him. The car has its problems. He's ran into a fair share bad of luck, but still, it's been disappointing for the first half of the year. I do hope the second half is really, he does better. But, besides that, surprise for the second half, man. Ferrari, do something. Please. I might as well continue the hopium. Just do something. Just another podium. Lewis podium, Charles podium. I'll take anything at this point.
Hopium. I like it.
Biggest disappointment for me.
Biggest surprise, disappointment.
I would say, honestly, biggest surprise I'll go with first. I'll do, I'll say Haas has surprised me this year. Okay. Considering the pace they had last year and, the fact that they got Ocon from Alpine, I thought this is going to be one of the better years Ocon's had of his career. He's finally away from the toxic relationship that him and Gasly being teammates. So I was expecting a lot more from the team, and it seemed like they took a step back from where they were last year. I don't know if that was like the new shine because they have a new team principal last year. Second year with Komatsu as like the team principal. So now it's like, all right, well, we got to start making improvements now. So they've been one of my more like surprising or disappointing teams just because I expected them to be up like honestly kind of where Kick is at this point, and Sauber's kind of like totally left him in the dust now. And I guess for the second half, I think Carlos Sainz picks it up. Okay. We're going to two tracks where he has wins at, in Singapore and Mexico in the second half of the year. I definitely did not expect Albon to be able to hold his own as much as he's had against Carlos. I mean, it just goes to show you this year, if it's taught me anything, it's that don't undercredit how hard it takes and how long it will take to get used to a new team. because that's something even Vasseur and Ferrari been saying this week about Hamilton, where they were like, we kind of didn't think it would be this hard to transition to a new team. But I mean, you've had the same team and like same job for like 10 years. It's going to take a long time to get used to that new position. So I think Carlos and Lewis both pick it up in the second half, but I do think Carlos is going to start shining a little bit more. These are more tracks where he's shined at. I wouldn't be surprised if he does good at Monza with the Williams speed, and also, I mean, former Ferrari driver at Monza where he's had multiple podiums there before. So I think he'll pick it up in the second half. So yeah, I think those are the two for me, I would say, this year.
Okay. So at the beginning of the season, Myra wasn't with us when we did it, but us three, we made our championship predictions.
Oh Lord!
I remember I picked Max to win the championship for his 5th year because I was like, look, the McLarens are going to be fast. They're going to be strong. They're probably going to win the Constructors again. But I think, in my opinion, I thought Max was going to play more of a spoiler than he has this season. I didn't expect Red Bull's car to be as bad as it was. It was bad. It got worse as the season's gone on. So my predictions have kind of changed a little bit. My expectations have changed. I think across the board, we could all say that it's safe to say we were all predicting McLaren to win the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah.
When you look at second place, it's 559 points for McLaren at first, 260 for Ferrari at second, and then 236 for Mercedes at third. I honestly think there's a chance Red Bull can take third if Yuki does what I predict, what I asked, or my biggest surprises. If you can get the car under him with more support and a better car, maybe they can start both putting it in points. We've seen Mercedes was struggling going into the break. Yep. So if those trends continue, there could be a swap there, but it's still a almost 50 point gap there between third and fourth. So who knows? That might be a little bit of stretch. I don't think Ferrari's going to lose second place. I think they're going to stay second place forever. P2.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Forever P2.
That's just
any disagreements?
No. I mean,
nope.
I think the rest of the
Not
season.
for this season.
Constructors, it's about where it's going to land.
Yeah, it's just
heartbreaking.
McLaren has the strategy ready to choose who the championship is going to be at this point, man.
Yeah.
They're ready to
going into the Drivers' Championship, right now, Oscar's leading with 284. 9 points behind him at 275 is Lando. And then, what is that?
Y'all, do you think that they're going to try to let Lando win more?
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Not if he has anything to say about it.
Because Max is at third with 187, so that's almost 100 points at this point. There's a huge gap between second and third, and then Russell is in P4 at 172. So there's a 15-point gap between third and fourth. I don't see Max losing P3. I
see George giving him a hell of a time.
I think
I do.
If Mercedes can turn around how they went into the second break, then yes. If they continue the trend downward, I don't think they do.
I agree. I do also think though that like what we were saying earlier with George being more vocal, and coming into the second half of the season, and we've seen it, I think, every year with George, is he does get more vocal, he does get more aggressive, and now knowing where drivers stand and knowing kind of how the rest of the season is going to shake out, and that there's not really that much of a difference to Max, I could see George being an absolute psycho on the track and full send wherever and whenever. We've seen them go.
Fights we can get at this point because
we've seen them go at it against each other. So I would not put it past
Cause
George.
Give us something entertaining.
I'm hoping to see more fighting out of the McLaren boys. We've talked about that all season. We want to see more. Who do we have winning out of the two?
McLaren's?
Yes.
Oscar.
Who do we have winning the championship?
At this point, you just gotta go with Oscar. I mean, Lando has just proven me time after time that he just doesn't have what it takes.
Okay.
Again and again, we mentioned the championship mentality. He does not have it. Oscar, in his third year, he obviously has it. He has what it takes. He has the car. He has the driving ability. He takes it, man.
Okay.
It's really not what. I don't think you can look that deep into it.
I think I have to agree.
Oscar speaking out about it too
now.
now.
Making mistakes and performing on the track, Oscar's got that advantage over Lando. It's going to be close just because of the way McLaren plays out their strategies, but I think Oscar pulls it off.
Oscar says stuff too, though. Now,
Yeah,
right?
Oscar
Like
has
he
gotten a little
calls
more-
McLaren out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more clippy about what's happening. So
Yeah, you kind of have to.
yeah, he absolutely good for him because he should.
I feel like Ivan disagrees with this.
No, I agree.
Okay.
I agree 100%. I'm just over here, like, I'm in my head thinking of the ways that McLaren are going to try to find a way to make this more interesting than what it probably should be, because I do think Oscar should have a bigger lead. McLaren accidentally trips. I know they always say we're undercutting or covering Leclerc. Leclerc is the reason, honestly, that Lando is still in this title hunt. If Leclerc wasn't
1000%.
hanging around as much as he had been and Lando hasn't been covering him every race, honestly, Lando probably wouldn't be in this title hunt as close as he is. I think they'll let him fight. I think there's going to be an incident between the two. There's it's
need
undeniable
another-
it's going to happen
we need
somewhere.
another one.
Yeah, it's going to happen
coming.
again. I don't think it's going to be. I don't know. In my head, I can't see it being like Lando, being Lando as a champion, or being like Lando is not the reason why an incident happens. Because I feel like he's the one that's sometimes over aggressive, sometimes loses his patience. I went back and watched the 2023 season. It's so weird how much different he fights Oscar than he fights like Max. Like Max, he tries to just bum rush and go through. Oscar, it's like he doesn't even have the respect for him. He's like, no, I'm just gonna go around, or I'll just get the team to undercut you. I'm not even gonna try to mess with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I think Oscar has this championship. I don't trust McLaren not to muck this up for him though.
Yeah.
And I know I speak for a lot of Aussies that have been out there, because I've seen a lot of Aussie videos this summer break. Trust me, they're nervous because they have had this stigma in F1 their entire lifetimes of being always the number two, never can be the number one, and especially when you have literally the most famous Australian number two, Mark Webber, being the manager for the guy trying to win the championship right now. He doesn't get any more Aussie than that. So they deserve this. I feel like they need this just to show that they can be world championship drivers and not just number twos.
I agree. Okay. So hopefully at the end of the year, Oscar will take the championship driver. McLaren's going to take it for constructor. It is what it is. 2026 is going to be fun, but let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what the second half brings us. We got 10 more races, starting with Zandvoort on the 31st. It's going to be an early morning race for us here in Houston, like an 8 a.m. start.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be up early and at our favorite venue to watch it, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a season. Y'all have heard our crash outs. Y'all have heard our
Full therapy session.
full therapy sessions. I mean, this is probably our longest episode of the season, but I feel like we've kind of covered everything that's happened this year, so far in these first 14 races. We'll see how the next 10 go. I'm excited to see if we get any fighting amongst P3 and P4, P1 and P2, and kind of go from there. Any last thoughts?
How has it only been half of a season?
I don't know.
Honestly,
I feel like
that's
it's
wow.
gone. It's been an
Jesus.
exhausting season, but it's also gone by quick at the same time.
Well,
I got nothing.
He said, "I got nothing."
I mean, the only way to
No.
go is up for all of our teams.
Is
Legit.
We
I
find your
got
lowest.
room to drop.
Is
We still
it?
got room to go down.
we
Let's not
got
say
room
that.
to fall, so
I'm sorry, my team is at the back of the grid. The only way to go for my team is up.
There
Evan.
you
Sorry.
go.
There you go.
there you go.
As always, we appreciate y'all watching. We appreciate the support so far this season. We're looking forward to the next 10 races. We'll recap, predict, and all the good stuff in between. Don't forget to subscribe to Apollo HOU on YouTube. Follow us on all our social media platforms, Apollo HOU, and we also have Apollo F1, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, we're on there. Links are down in the description. And shout out to our sponsors, as always, Zing Zang, Zang Responsibly, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. Get it wherever you get your favorite Bloody Mary mix.
Do you want that trophy?
It's the only
Big
trophy
City
Alpine's going to
Wings,
get.
that's Apollo's wing joint, Houston's wing joint, your wing joint. Go get you some good wings. Wednesdays are $8 burgers, so get you some good burgers, get you some good fries. They have it all. Shout out Big City Wings. We love them there. Until next week, we'll come in and we'll predict Zandvoort and where we think that's going to go. Max's home race, so I'm going to be extra annoying. while it's still on the calendar, and we'll go from there. We'll see y'all then. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace. Congratulations to all the winners.